A very good morning, students. So here today we are going to discuss second largest phylum. First largest phylum in animal kingdom is your arthropoda, right, which we discussed yesterday in detail, and today we are taking general characters, features of our phylum mollusca, right. And I have included every single line of your NCRT. So I think after watching this lecture, you just only go through NCRT once and you will be cleared with all your concepts. So after mollusca, we are left with your echinodermata, hemichordates, and chordates. So phylum mollusca, it is known, the members, they are known as soft body animals. Basically, they are, that is the characteristic feature of mollusca, that all the members or the animals of mollusca, they are known as soft bodied animals. They can be, if we talk about their habitat, now they can be terrestrial, they can be aquatic. So if they are aquatic, they can be marine or they can be fresh water. In their general characters, they are triploblastic in nature. If we talk about the cavity, definitely no doubt they are true coelomates, but this true body cavity is restricted only to three places: heart, gonads, and kidneys. Other areas, in the other areas of the body, this true coelomate cavity is modified into hemocoel. But heart, gonads, and kidneys, they are having true body cavity. Rest of the areas except heart, gonads, and kidneys, rest here the cavity is known as hemocoel. Body, their body is very special. Body is divided into three main parts in mollusca. When we are talking about mollusca, I will request you to keep examples of pila, octopus, and snail in your mind, so that you can correlate their features with these examples. Head, so we are saying that body of a whole animal, it is divided into three main parts: head, then there is foot, and there is a big visceral mass or hump. Head, which includes eyes. Foot is for locomotion, and visceral hump, it includes digestive and all other systems. They are included in this visceral mass or visceral hump. So as you can see, at the base they are having foot, and then there is a big visceral mass, and in this visceral mass, there is this visceral mass, it has digestive, circulatory, respiratory, and reproductive organs. Around this visceral mass, there is a cover, and this cover is there, as you can see, this blue layer. So this cover is known as mantle, and mantle is a place, it basically, it has gills, and it also secretes a very important or protective shell over the visceral mass. So visceral mass, basically, it secretes mantle, and mantle secretes shell. So three main parts of the body, that is head, foot, and visceral hump, which includes all other systems, as well as it secretes a protective cover which is known as your mantle, and mantle secretes shell. It is very, very unique. Mental presence of mental, or you can say presence of protective cover, which is called mental. It is a very unique feature of mollusca. Now, shell can be external, definitely, which is very much visible in snails and even in pila, right? But it can be internal in sepia. But it is not compulsory that shell is always present. In octopus, shell is absent. So shell can be external, shell can be internal, or it can be absent in few members. So you can say body is covered by their body, which we have divided into head, foot, and visceral hump. It is covered with the help of calcareous shell. Now, if these were the general characteristics. Now, if we talk about their system, in this these systems, their 2 points are really, really very, very important. Gland, which helps in secretion of digestive juices. This gland is known as hepatopancreas in case of mollusk. So mollusca में hepato की pancreas gland मिलता है. Do not include this gland in other phylum. So this is the speciality of mollusca. That digestive system is very well developed, no doubt in that. Tube within tube body plan you will see. Gland which is helping in secretion of digestive juices, it is known as hepatopancreas. Now in buccal cavity they have one very interesting feature. They are having rasping organ. Rasping organ is known as radula. And what do you mean by this rasping organ? This help in grasping and capturing of food. So this rasping organ is, the name is radula. Balancing organ, rasping organs, right? These all names, they look similar, but you have to keep them separate, and please write them on separate sheet. Or if you are making your notes, then please write this thing in bold letters. Next system is circulatory system. Circulatory system is here open type, and respiratory pigment which is present here, respiratory pigment which is present in the fluid, it is known as hemocyanin. Hemocyanin is basically copper containing pigment, and copper, you know the color of copper, which is blue. So it is blue respiratory pigment. So circulation is open type, fluid is having respiratory pigment, and the name of the pigment is hemocyanin. Hemocyanin is copper containing pigment, that is why it appears bluish in color. If we talk about excretory system, they can be a monotelic, they can be ureotelic if they are terrestrial. For excretion, now they have kidney, but we exactly are not calling them kidneys. They are known as organ of Bojana's, right? They are functioning like, definitely they are throwing out nitrogenous waste, but the organ, it is known as organ of Bojana's in case of mollusca. In arthropoda we talked about Malpighian tubules, ureate cells, and here organ of Bojana's. Respiration. Two main structures which play role in respiration. They have gills or pulmonary sacs, or in few books you will definitely find this lungs are there. So pulmonary sac or lungs, basically they are not they function for the exchange of gases, but you can call them as a pulmonary sac also. So mental cavity, they all are present very very close into mental cavity. So that is why we are writing here that mental cavity also helps in exchange of gases. Now please pay your attention here. The space between mental, so this is a cover, right? This is a cover which is secreted by visceral hump, and this cover is known as mental. This cover is mental. The space between visceral hump and mental, it is known as mental cavity. जो दोनों के बीच में स्पेस होगा, that is known as your cavity. Now respiratory organs, either if it is gill, it is gill, or it is a lung, they are generally present in this mental cavity. So that is why we all sometimes say that mental cavity also help in the exchange of gases, right? So otherwise they have gills as well as they have pulmonary sac or lungs. Nervous system, again, nothing new is still we are getting here. Ganglia as well as nerves are present. They have sense organ which is called osphidium. It is known as osphidium, and this osphidium is for detection of taste. So quickly one more time, digestive system, hepatopancreas and radula, they both are important points in these mollusca. In circulatory system, please take care about the respiratory pigment which is hemocyanin. Then an excretory system, we talked about organ of Bojana's. Then sense organ, they have a sense organ which is called osphidium, which is for detection of taste, as well as on the anterior end, or you can say on anterior head, they also have sensory tentacles. Reproductive system, they are unisexual and they are dioecious. It means sexes are separate. There will be male and female organs present in separate body. Fertilization can be internal, can be external, and same for the development. Development can be direct or indirect. That the reason, again I have written this line, that mental cavity, why it helps in exchange of gases. First, there is a soft spongy layer of skin forms a mental over visceral hump, and space between hump and mental, it is called mental cavity. जो hump और आपका hump और mental के बीच का space है, that is known as mental cavity. Shell is secreted by mental only, right? So shell, who secretes this shell? That is secreted by mental. So बाहर वाला जो cover है, सबसे पहले आपको क्या नजर आएगा? You will be able to see shell. Then there will be mantle. Then there will be cavity, and then there will be a visceral mass. So all the systems, they lies or houses in this visceral mass basically, and gills and the lungs, they will be observed in mental cavity. Now many mollusks, definitely they have separate sexes. They are also, gonads are also located in visceral mass, right? So visceral mass is basically a hub or a house of different organs. Now because we are saying that they are showing indirect development, so they include a free swimming larva which is known as trophophore larva, which we already discussed in our previous group. And what is that previous group that you have to recall? In annelids we also talk about this trophophore larva. Interesting example, there are lots of examples which you have to keep in mind, because these are our NCERT examples, so we cannot leave a single example in our notes, right? And these are very short notes. These examples, please include them in your notes so that you can revise them properly. So as you can see, first this is apple snail. This is commonly known as apple snail, or otherwise it is known as scientifically, that is Pila, right? Pila is also known as apple snail. Oysters, pearls, this is known as pearl oyster. And zoologically it is known as Pinnactada. Pinnactada. Pintada, it is pearl oyster. Then there is a fish. Usually, which kind of mistake we do? We put this cuttlefish in Pisces, which is wrong. Cuttlefish, which is also known as sepia. It is characteristic feature, or you can say example of our mollusca. Squids. This is example of squid. Basically this is squid, and it is also known as lollyjo. Another member of mollusca, look at their body, soft bodied animals. Octopus. Octopus is also commonly known as devilfish. Cuttlefish, devilfish, these all are examples of mollusca. Sea hare. Sea hare is also known as Aplysia. Aplysia. This is sea hare. Then just look at this picture. It looks like elephant tusk. So this member is known as tusk shell. Tusk shell. Dentalium. Dentalium. These all are interesting examples of our group mollusca. Chiton. Chiton is Chaetopleura. Chaetopleura. Two examples, though you will never be confused about two examples. Pila. Then there is pearl oyster, Pinnactada, and chiton. C for chiton, C for Chaetopleura, right? So please go through these examples. Every single example is very important. Pila, which is apple snail. Pinnactada, which is pearl oyster. Sepia, cuttlefish. Then there is a devilfish, which is known as your octopus. And there is squid, which is lollyjo. And sea hare, Aplysia. Then tusk-like, tusk shell, that is dentalium. Right, so these all are examples of our phylum mollusca, and the next phylum which we will discuss, that is echinodermata and hemichordata.